All right, welcome Bulls fans. We are live at the Atlanta Ice House. Your 10U AA Bulls are going to be taking on the Atlanta MadHatters in a friendlies game. So this one doesn't count for league play. We're not going to win a trophy or a medal or anything. This is just for bragging rights. We saw the MadHatters earlier on in the season, but I believe it was a different one of their teams. We lost all three friendlies that weekend. So hopefully the Bulls learned something from that venture, and they're going to bring back the heat here. So we've got about a minute and a half left for warm-ups. I want to give a big shout out to Hayes Hallman. Hayes, one of our defensemen, out with a broken arm, and Hayes is I think he's going to be getting on the mic today at some point. So we hope you get better real quick, Hayes. You're muted, bud. There we go.
Hey, yeah. So Hayes in practice on Sunday, he and Ian collided, and he had a right distal radius fracture, pretty nasty. Thanks to all the dads out there that got him secured and settled for me to take him to the ER. But it was a fun day on Saturday for sure. We've taken on this team before in the past. We did a friendly with them earlier in the season, and from what I remember, they're a pretty good team. They kind of worked us pretty hard the first 3 games, but as Hayes was saying, they can beat anybody they want to, just if they play their game. And it's one of those games they just need to pay attention, kind of tune things up for the next 2 tournaments we have. Next one being in Charlotte, which will be a tournament for fun, but we're playing in a full AA division against some really good talented teams. And then our final league play weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see how the Bulls are able to cap this season off. We'll see if they can show up against Knoxville in that last weekend there.
Yeah, so, Justin, did you see anything in practice this week as far as who's going to be filling in on that defensive line with Ling J?
I didn't. I had heard talk of dropping Ian back. I heard talk of dropping Elijah back, but I honestly don't know who it's going to be.
So Elijah's always a good choice. Elijah hadn't played a whole lot of defense, but being a goalie, being our second backup goalie, it's a fantastic opportunity for him just because he's already got that defensive mindset. Ian and Tyson obviously drop back and play defense a lot for the Bulls, so we'll see what the coaches bring up. Coach Orrin is not here today. He's off on another hockey trip, I believe, maybe even in Canada from what I understand. So it's just Coach Mike, Coach Chris, Brogan's dad, Coach Bobby is out there, and then I believe we have Mr. Gross out there, and we have Henry Arns, Finnegan Cataldo, Ling J. Kong, Ian Farragut, and Tyson Jesdemer. So it looks like Tyson's on defense along with Ling J. MadHatters in the corner trying to work right there around Ling J. Ling J able to poke that one away. Takes it behind the net. MadHatters trying to bring it back around the backside. A lot of traffic back there, though. Ling J doing a good job staying with them. MadHatters dump one deep into their offensive zone. Tyson trying to work it back out. MadHatters now just reset. Henry Orange chases back behind the net. MadHatters with a nice cross-ice pass, working it up. They dump it into the pool zone. Ethan Gray now chasing it down. Jackson pushes that one up. Philip Gross is entered along with Nick Hergott and Nicholas. MadHatters doing a good job of passing it around, but pass intercepted there by Nixon. Nixon tries to send it up to Phillip. Nixon now battling along the far boards. MadHatters send it up again. Ethan with a good poke check. Nicholas comes in trying to steal it away. Now Phillip sends it cross ice, dumps it into the Bulls zone. We're going to have an icing.
Now, Tyler, I may not be able to see as good as I used to could, but I swear Phillip was on this side of the red line. But
it's tough from this angle to see that, but I believe he was too. I'm actually going to walk a little farther away, see if I can get a better angle. But so Henry.
Hey, Tyler, I don't know if you can hear me, but you're cutting out. I think I got too much interference. Elijah picks it up. He moves into our zone. Tries for the pass, but gets boxed out. I got you now.
Okay. Somehow I got muted there. I'm going to walk a little bit farther away, see if you can still hear me. Can you hear me?
You're breaking up pretty bad.
Okay, so right here's the spot. All right, sorry guys. Just trying to find a decent spot to report from. He's got Finnegan and Nicholas skating forward with him along with Jackson. Nixon chasing along the near side board. Puck gets dumped around the back side of the Bulls net. Jackson doing a good job battling back there. Gets it out to Nicholas. Nicholas spits it up to Nixon. Nixon's got a one-on-one opportunity. He does have Finnegan over to his right, but the works out and gets poked away. Jackson tries to send it back in. Bulls have to clear the zone. Jackson's going to work, skating on his edges, working it up into the Bulls' offensive zone. Dumps one towards the net. Lingjay stays back. Nixon does a good job of staying back as well. MadHatters work it back into the Bulls' zone. Jackson goes behind the net. MadHatters doing a great job passing, just moving the Bulls' defense all around. MadHatters dump it behind the Bulls' zone. Lingjay's going to skate it up. Lingjay working it up, making a guy miss. Well by the MadHatters. Nicholas still battling in front of the goal. Puck finally spit out by the MadHatters and gets over to Nixon. Nixon sends it up back along the boards, cuts it off with a skate. Finnegan poking that one away, gets it back over to Nixon. Nixon takes a hard shot off the back of one of the defenders. Finnegan tries and shoots it right into the guy's skate. And MadHatters able to finally clear it over to Tyson. Tyson waiting for everybody to get back on sides. MadHatters take a line change, and once everybody's back on sides, Tyson sends it back in deep. Nicholas works it back into the corner. Ian tries to reach for that one, but able to clear the zone again is the MadHatters. They're trying to clear it again, but Ian does a good job of clearing that one back in. Sends it perfectly centered to Henry, and Henry takes a shot. Bulls have been working hard to make those low shots because a lot of goalies aren't able to do anything with the low shots. Henry goes down to the boards hard, stays down, finally pops back up. He tried to do his best job of acting there. He's a tough kid, so he popped right back up, thank goodness. Henry works it back along neutral ice. Works it into the offensive zone. Continues to battle, gets knocked down. Lingjay backing up on defense. MadHatters dump it back into the Bulls zone. Bulls take a line change. Ethan sends it back up to Dylan. Dylan sends it over to Nixon. Zone. Tries to send it over to one of his teammates. Pass cut off. Finnegan battling up in there. And puck finally cleared. It's going to be Ethan and Jackson retreating. Jackson's going to get there first. Jackson takes it around the net. Deep in the Bulls zone. Dumps it up. Gets into the offensive zone, but quickly poked away by the MadHatters. Now Nixon waiting for everybody to get on sides. Works it into the neutral or offensive zone. Takes a shot right off the chest of the goalie. And refs blow it dead. So I apologize if I keep cutting out. Our setup here today, we're not able to get very far away. Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, it keeps cutting in and out a little bit because I think it's this interference from the metal.
Yep. So we got a decent setup today, but Justin's computer's sitting right next to a whole bunch of metal, so we can't go very far away. So if I miscall a player's name, I apologize. I'm going to do my best. Ian's taking the face-off. He's got Elijah over to his right, Henry over to his left. Lingjay and Tyson back on defense. Tyson doing a good job already of filling in for Hayes as he's been playing offense all season. As I say that, MadHatters work right around Tyson, work at the center ice, get a shot off, and put one in on Brogan. So score 1-0, 5:02 left here in the first period. Tyson has actually played a lot of defense in his short hockey career. Looked like he and Lingjay had gotten swapped up on sides there. So Dylan trying to work that one out of the zone and does. Nixon trying to break that up. Dylan breaks that pass up. MadHatters able to work it quickly back into the Bulls zone. Looks like Dylan went down hard right there in the corner. Nixon ends up with the puck and he tries to send it out. Nicholas skates up. Tyson takes it behind the net. Puck spicks back out. Tyson with a good block there. Gets on Lingjay's stick. Lingjay trying to poke it out. Nobody really able to hold possession here, but now the MadHatters dump it back into the Bulls zone. Tyson chases it into the corner. Works it around the backside of the net. Nixon ends up sending it up to Dylan. Dylan clears the zone, working it through neutral ice. Passes it up along the boards. Dumps it deep into the offensive side. Nicholas there for the Bulls. Sends one up right into the ref's shoulder. Great job by Jackson stepping up, keeping that in the zone. Tries to send it up to Nicholas. MadHatters able to cut it off, though, and clear the zone for the Bulls. Jackson dumps it back in, sends one up to Nicholas. Nicholas trying to get it on his stick. Finally does, sends one over across ice over to Dylan. MadHatters all over it, though. Dylan sends one back to Nicholas. Nicholas trying to find a shot. Nicholas doing a good job battling along that far side. Sends it up to Ian. Ian finally wins that one. Ian's going to work around a couple of guys. He takes a shot right up over the top. Goalie, good deflection over the top crossbar. Ethan steps up, tries to keep that one in, and the Bulls getting offsides. I'm not sure who hit that. Finally, it was either Ian or Dylan, but Ethan doing a really good job of keeping that one in, and then MadHatters just doing a good job of not giving up on it, getting it back out into the neutral zone.
It doesn't seem like they ever pause.
No.
They're continuously moving.
They are. So Nixon taking the face off. He's got Phillip over to his left. and Finnegan to his right. Sorry, strike that, reverse it. He's got Finnegan to his left and Phillip to his right. Lean J and Tyson back on defense. Nixon takes the face-off, gives back to Ling J. Ling J tries to send one across ice. Ends up on Nixon's stick. Nixon looks for a backhand right into the goalie's pads. Nixon with a quick shot there, just tried to backhand one in. Not a whole lot on it, but enough to get to the goalie. A lot of Bulls there for a rebound, but the goalie sucked it right up. So Nixon's going to take another face-off. Still got Finnegan over to his right, Phillip to his left. Ethan and Jackson come back out on defense. Puck sends around. Phillip, good poke check there. Nice cross-ice pass by the MadHatters. Leaves a lot of open ice for the Bulls. Finnegan puts a player hard into the walls. Now Nixon sends one up the boards, and it bounces right over the stick of the MadHatter waiting at the blue line. And we're going to have an icing. Kind of surprised he didn't wave that off as much as it was bouncing and rattling along the
it seemed
sideboards.
barely moving. I think we're actually doing 12-minute periods. I'd been told 15, but it looks like we're about at 1:57 left to play on this period.
So 1:57 left here in the first. Score of 1-0. MadHatters. Ian comes in to take the face-off, gets it over to Henry Arns. Henry skating like a madman, gets tripped up and goes down hard on the red line, and we're going to have our first penalty of the game. And Bulls now heading towards a power play. Hope you guys enjoy our new power play button. Leah Bulls working our scoreboard again for us. Thank you, Leah. So it looks like Nixon will come out for this power play on center, taking the face-off. He's got Ian over to his right. Got Tyson and Ling J back on defense, and Henry to his left. MadHatters win and push the face-off forward, unable to keep it in the zone of the Bulls. MadHatters charging hard in the neutral zone. They take possession and work it into the Bulls' defensive side. Great job there by Nixon poking it out, sending one up to Henry. Pass is cut off, though. MadHatters looking to send this one out. Not quite able to clear it. They finally do. Tyson will be the first one there in the corner, but icing called on the MadHatters. So the Bulls will come back with 27 seconds left on this power play and take a offensive zone face-off. Defense switches out. Ethan and Jackson pop out on defense. And I'm not real sure what the MadHatters are arguing about, but they're not happy about something over here. It looks like the penalty now is at 57 seconds. MadHatters trying to get it out. Again, this team does a really good job of passing. They're spreading our guys out where we tend to bunch up a good bit. So another shot on goal with a short-handed MadHatters, and Brogan sucks that one up. So 58.6 seconds left in this first period. 40 seconds left on the power play. Score of 1-0, MadHatters. So it looks like Nixon's taking the face-off. Looks like Tyson and Ling J are back on defense. I take that back. Tyson and Ian are back on defense. And Finnegan and Henry are out flanking the sides. Finnegan sends that nice cross-ice pass over to Henry Arns, but it's cut off again. MadHatters working it back up into the zone. MadHatters working around the backside of the net. Great job there by Ian, poking it away. Henry with a one-on-one opportunity, makes one guy miss, gets it poked away, still Staten with it, almost puts one in with a skate. Henry more disappointed that he didn't put that one in. Now it goes on the back of the net by Nixon. Nixon gets turned down. Everybody's scrambling, and finally a cover by the goalie. Henry was devastated there that he couldn't put that one in as he was sliding feet first into the goal. He was hoping to put that one in with his foot, and devastated he couldn't quite wrangle that one in. So 6.7 seconds left here in the first period. Score of 1-0. Penalty kill is over, or power play is over. Bulls dumped that one right in, and we'll just have 3.9 seconds left again with one more face-off. Taking the face-off is Dylan. He's got Phillip over to his left, Elijah to his right. Jackson and Ethan back on defense. They send it back to Jackson. Jackson gets a shot off. Not much on it, though. Phillip tries to put another one in, and nothing there. So, Justin, if we can borrow your headset for a second. So we're gonna have Hayes chime in real quick and tell us what he thinks about that first period. So what do you think, man?
We played hard that period.
Hang on.
They did too.
Hang on. Say it one more time. So
They played hard this period, and we did too. And they just got the best of that period. We're going to come out better in the second period, and we can totally beat them.
yeah. So what do you think the keys right now are for them to correct here in the second period? For the Bulls to correct?
We have to convert on those breakaways and our 1v1s and 2v1s.
Yeah.
We've had a couple. We've just been right here, and we haven't been able to get it in.
Yep. Brogan coming over here to say hello to his injured defenseman. Hayes, any other pointers you think you would offer out to your team right now?
I don't know. Cover the back door on defense, and after that, we're pretty solid.
Yep. All right, man. Well, go enjoy the bench. Come back and see us second period.
Okay.
All right, so coming out to take the face-off. Thank you, Hayes, for joining us for a minute. Coming out to take the face-off, we're going to have Ian Farragut. Henry over to his left. Finnegan over to his right. Ling J and Tyson back on defense. So, Justin, I got to be pretty honest. Tyson playing a good bit of defense this season. It's not like he's been out of the mix, but doing a really good job filling in. And it takes a little bit of time to get that chemistry between he and Ling J back.
Well, I mean, anytime you lose a player, right, it's going to change the dynamic. And, Hayes is always big about stepping up, making big defensive stops. So that's going to be missed. We'll have to see how they adjust.
So Ian doing a good job chasing it back and around the backside of the corner. Ian does a good job again, poking that one using the wall. Takes a shot hard off goalie's chest guard. MadHatters send it back out along the boards, though. Tyson goes down. Henry steps up trying to take a spot. Now Ling J and Ian. Ian doing a great job back checking on from the offensive position. MadHatters working around Ling J to take a shot on Brogan. It bounces right in front of the goal, and Ian swipes it away. Brogan kind of lost that one. Ian doing a good job of just staying right there on it. Brogan, another good stop, getting right there, sealing up that pipe. Ling J's going to send it out, and finally does. Gets it over to Henry. Henry's got an opportunity. He's working up the far side. Henry's working it in. He's got a man in the center in Finnegan. But that goalie down there, the MadHatters, just sucking up everything that comes his way. Great job there. Great job there by the Bulls getting it out and finding Henry in the open space, and then getting a shot off. But all this time we've been working on keeping the puck on the ice. Bulls might need to start lifting it just a little bit again. Jackson pokes that one away. Great job by him using the wall and pushing the offense out. Jackson still working, battling. Tries to send it out. MadHatters right there. Dylan now tries to send one out and gets it over to Nixon. Nixon able to poke it out and get an offsides call. So Nixon taking the face off. He's got Nicholas over on his left, Dillon to his right. Dillon sends that one back up to neutral ice. Dillon pokes it out. He's going to send it over to Nicholas. Hard pass, bounces off the backside of Nicholas's stick. Tyson steps up, pokes that one away. That's just Ling J back. Nixon back checking. Dillon doing a good job back checking as well. So great job there by the offense closing in, not letting them get a breakaway right there. Tyson pokes that one out. Tries to send it up to Nicholas. Tyson, good job using the board, sends it back up to Nicholas. Nicholas trying to poke it out. Nixon coming in, steals that pass away. He's going to work it back into the offensive zone. He's got Nicholas over to his left. He takes a shot, and goalie sucks it up again.
That goalie is stout, just holding in there.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do something different to get some past that goalie. They're not giving us a whole lot of offensive rebound opportunities. Goalie's just standing in, catching everything that comes his way. So Ian comes out, takes a face-off. He's got Phillip. Phillip tried to take a shot off of that face-off, but wide of the goal. Jackson battling right there at the blue line. It spits out on one of the MadHatters sticks. MadHatters able to bring it into the zone. Ian tried to make a fancy move around, and they get a shot off on Brogan. Brogan sucks it up, though, and keeps that one from going in. Great job, Brogan. So Ian taking the face off. He's got Ling J and Tyson back on defense. Ethan and Jackson just went out of the game. Tyson in the corner. Ian comes to help him out. Tyson with a 2-on-1. They work around one, and Ling J sweeps that one away. Phillip goes along the near side. Tyson steals that one away behind the net, sends it up to Finnegan. Pass intercepted by the MadHatters, and they dump one towards Brogan. He gloves that one and hangs on to it. So 8:37 here left in the second period. Score 1-0 MadHatters. Coming out to take the face-off is Nixon. He's got Elijah and Henry out there skating forward with them. Jackson and Ethan back on defense. MadHatters sent one towards the goal, but blocked up well by the Bulls. Nixon tries to send one up, and he had Henry just a skate or two offsides.
Man, Brogan has been facing some bombs and has swallowed them up too.
Yeah, Brogan doing a good job so far this morning, or this afternoon, I should say. Henry working up right through the center of the offensive zone. Flips that one up against the wall. MadHatters trying to work it out. MadHatters just doing a fantastic job passing. Their passes are quick and crisp and on point. Bulls doing a good job intercepting a lot of these, though. Jackson works it up. Jackson now out of the defensive side. He's got Elijah back. Hopefully Elijah stays back. Nixon and Ethan have stayed back. Nixon whiffs on a shot. Comes back and follows it up. Dumps it deep into the offensive zone. Henry battling in the far corner. Henry tries to center one out to Nixon. Nixon pokes that one away. Jackson's now back on defense. Ethan chasing the one MadHatter that can beat him. Great job there by Ethan. Poking that one out. Keeping him from getting a shot off. Jackson battling in this near corner. And And Nixon clears it out, gets it over to Elijah. Elijah able to poke it on across the blue line. Elijah working it up the boards. It's a shoulder. It's knocked off course. Bulls take a quick line change. And Nixon comes in, steals that one away right there in the neutral zone. He's working it up. He's only got one guy to beat. He's trying to take a shot. Wide angle, though. He sends it over to Elijah. Elijah tries to center one again. Cut off there by the MadHatters. Lingjay now working back. He sends one cross ice over towards Tyson. Bouncing puck. Tyson couldn't wrangle it in. Henry now in the neutral zone battles. Tyson sent that one over to Ian. Ian continuing to work along the near side. Gets it over to Elijah. Elijah kind of pushes that one towards the goal, but the goalie quickly covers it. So some good looks there. Just nothing really bouncing our way yet. I would definitely say, Justin, that the majority of the time has been spent in the Bulls' offensive zone.
Yeah, it's we've got to put some plays together, get some cross ice passing going, stretch that goalie out. I don't think the direct shots are going to catch it this time.
Nope. So Ian came in to take that face off. He had Nicholas and Dylan out there. Dylan just went down hard in the corner.
Did Dylan check himself? What happened
I
there?
think he did. I think he just caught an edge and went down hard into the wall. Tyson and Lingjay back on defense. Lingjay the only one there, and Lingjay steps up. MadHatters able to dump it into the Bulls zone. Tyson's going to chase it back behind. Sends it back up the wall. Gets it over to Dylan. Dylan gets it out. Nicholas tries to block that one. Works past him, though, and now Tyson coming back into the corner again. Same move one more time over to Dylan. Dylan can't find it at his feet. Finally, MadHatter kicks it. Bulls unable to clear the zone at this time. Lingjay now chasing down. They send one over towards Dylan. Dylan's able to clear the zone now, and he sends a cross ice pass over to Nicholas. Just off the edge of his stick, though. Nicholas now chasing into the corner. MadHatters send one right up to Ian. Not the guy you want to pass that to. And Ethan steps up, sends one right back to another MadHatter, who sends it over to Dylan. Dylan just dumps it back into the offensive zone. Ian goes down hard. And Jackson steps up in the neutral zone, trying to steal that one away. The MadHatters able to dump it in, though, and they're going to take MadHatters line change, get some fresh legs out there. Meanwhile, Ethan dumps that one up to Dylan. Dylan, a cross ice pass over towards Ian, but off his skate. MadHatters now with fresh legs. Bulls with some tired legs out there. Jackson continuing to battle. Ethan comes up, brings it into this near side corner, sends it back around to Dylan. Dylan's been out there. So is Jackson and Ethan and Ian all for a while. Ian's now off. Nixon came in for Ian. These two defensive guys have been in for a long time, along with Dylan Hunt, who continues to battle in that corner. Dylan now sends it out. MadHatters looking to take a shot. They do. They dump one towards Brogan. It bounces off his stick. They send another one towards him. Stuck on the backside of the net. They finally bounce it out. Another shot from the defensive side. Ethan sweeps that one away. Bulls need a line change bad. Jackson continuing to battle. I know he's tired. And they send another one towards Brogan. Brogan trying to corral it in. Finally covers. A little premature whistle there. He didn't quite have that one covered, but we needed that whistle bad so we could get a line change. So, man, great job there by that defense and Dylan.
Huge defensive stand.
They stayed out there for forever. 30 seconds in hockey is a long time. They were probably out there for 2 minutes. MadHatters take a shot. Bounces off Nixon's skate. Nixon, Phillip, Finnegan, Lingjay, and Tyson out for the Bulls. Oh, nice job there by Nixon. Brogan had made the initial stop and then lost it. Nixon came in, swept it away, and got it out of the zone all in one play. Great job there by Nixon. So Nixon in the corner along with Finnegan. MadHatter's able to clear it, and Tyson tries to send it right back in. Big possession battle here in the neutral zone. MadHatters, though, again, doing a good job spreading the Bulls defense out. Ling J pokes that one away. Sends it back around towards Tyson and Finnegan. Tyson, you can hear him screaming, "I got it." Everybody else get away. Good job there by Tyson doing some communication. And now they get it up to Finnegan. Finnegan working into the offensive zone. He's got one guy to beat. He works around one and gets poked away. But he does do a good job of centering it back towards Nixon. Nixon can't quite hang on to it. Bulls unable to keep it in their zone, and now it's just a one-on-one with Tyson. Everybody back checking for the Bulls. Tyson with a great defensive stop there, cutting that pass off. Nixon now dives in front of one, keeps that shot from being on point. MadHatters, great job there again by Tyson, poking that one out from underneath the guy's legs. And the Bulls able to clear the zone, kind of take a little bit of a breather. Tyson coming hard into the corner. He's now got Ethan Gray out there with him. Ethan, whoa, hard into the boards, no call. Apparently that's all okay in this friendly match. And I assume that they are calling a penalty. He blew the whistle, or did he just blow the whistle because Ethan laid there?
They blew the whistle because Ethan was down. That's not a penalty. No
Well,
arm went up.
That
I mean,
was
it should have been, but
yeah, that was a
dang.
hard check into the wall. Ethan playing some tough hockey. So no penalty call. They're letting these guys play, I will say that. Bulls have been very disciplined this game. I hadn't seen a whole lot of nasty penalties that we typically see from the Bulls, but if MadHatters keep this up, I would imagine that we'll see some here in the second game tonight, if not the third period. Finnegan now works that one into the neutral zone. MadHatters send a cross-ice pass. MadHatters again doing a good job dumping it up into the offensive zone. Jackson's going to take it around the backside of the net. He loses it along the wall, regains possession, sends it up to Finnegan. Finnegan works it out of the zone. MadHatters quickly dump it back in, and we'll have an offsides call. So 1:18 left here in the second period. Score of 1-0. This has been a good game. This
it has been. Both teams playing some great hockey.
A lot of back and forth. A lot of good goalie play. Oh, and Ian.
So Ian making a point there.
Ian making a point. He doesn't like when his team gets roughed up. So he takes the face off and immediately pushes forward, which is, we've seen Knoxville do this 1,000 times, but because Ian's so big and he pushed the guy down, that's a penalty.
Well, I think two of our kids basically got boarded and right in front of a ref and no call. But
no call.
I guess it is what it is.
No call. So the Bulls go on a penalty kill here. Henry Arns out there with Nixon, Ling J, and Tyson. They take a shot. Brogan kind of has a puck bouncing in front of him. Went off somebody's stick. I think maybe Ling J's. Brogan able to wrangle that one in. So they'll switch out Ling J for Jackson. They keep Tyson and Henry out there along with Nixon. Jackson now sweeps that one up, clears the zone. Henry chasing down. Tell you what, I've said it 1,000 times already, and I feel stupid for saying it again, but this MadHatters team does a fantastic job of moving the puck around. They move it quick. They pass.
They do.
They're looking for the pass. Heads-up hockey. They're doing a great job of just moving the puck around. And our guys are really doing a good job of stopping the passes, but
they are.
It's impressive to see how fast they're moving the puck around.
One thing they're able to do that our guys hadn't quite caught on to is they're sealing the boards very well.
They are. So Henry chased that one down. Now the MadHatters bring it back into the Bulls zone. The worker around Jackson. Jackson pokes that one away as he's trying to work around him, though. Puck gets up to Henry. Henry dumps it up and out of the zone. MadHatters lose it right there in the neutral zone. Quickly regain it, send it back over. Nixon comes in, knocks that one away. MadHatters now working in.
Wow.
Jackson skating back. Oh, and Ian comes in out of the box and immediately gets tripped. Ian now trying to work it up the boards. He's only got 1 second. He's got to get a shot off, and he doesn't. He finally takes a shot after the buzzer, but that's going to be it for the second period. Justin, if I can borrow your headset one more time, we have Hayes Hallman back with us. All right, so Hayes, what'd you think about that second period?
That was way better than the first.
Yeah, what was better about it?
I think we held our ground on defense. We spent more time in the offensive time in the neutral zone than we did down here. So I feel like if we let it up the third period.
Yeah, what'd you think about the we didn't have as many breakaways. We didn't have as many breakaway opportunities. What do you feel? Have you noticed how well the MadHatters are passing? What do you think about that?
Their cross-ice passes, they're off the boards. So it's going to be either wild or direct passed off the boards. If we can cut off the boards, then we have more chances at getting breakaways, scoring goals, doing all that.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, you're going to head back over to the bench and cheer your team on?
Uh-huh. Generate more opportunities, too.
That's right. Thanks, ma'am. So thanks to Hayes again for coming back over. He's popping over in between periods, kind of letting us know what I'm sure he's getting a lot of his intel from what the coaches are saying over there on the bench. So, Ian came out to take that face off. He's got Dylan. Let's see. He's got Dylan and Phillip, Tyson, and Lingjay back out there with him. They work it up to Ian. Ian works it into the offensive zone. Sends a nice pass over to Dylan right off the edge of his stick. Dylan centers one again, but cut off there by MadHatters. Great job there by Lingjay trying to keep it on, and apparently he was off. It looked like we were still on to me, but I wasn't standing over there. We have a bad angle for offsides today. So Ethan pokes that one up, sends it up to Ian. Ian's working it across, almost loses his edge, but keeps his balance. He's working around the side, takes a shot. Finnegan standing right there for the rebound and almost able to tip it in. Ethan now sends one right into the MadHatters. Oh, barely able to keep it on, but he does. Phillip sends it over, gets cut off. Now the MadHatters working back across the neutral zone into the Bulls zone. They send one towards the center, but nothing. Ethan cuts that off well. They send another one towards the net. Jackson sweeps that one away. Bulls continue to battle right there in front of their own net. MadHatters just not able to get a shot off, and it ends up on Ian's stick. Ian going to work around. He's got one guy to beat, and the guy falls on his behind. Ian takes a shot. Finnegan there to follow up. No go there for the Bulls. Great look there. Tyson now takes a shot from the defensive position, bounces off Ian's skate. Finnegan trying to send it back around to Phillip. Phillip looking to center one for Ian. Doesn't put a lot on it, and it bounces off the MadHatters skate. MadHatters now working it through the neutral zone. Jackson continuing to stay with them. Jackson battles there in the corner, using every bit of his body he can, trying to get it out. And finally, he gets out on Nixon. Nixon has come out for Ian. Nixon's working it up. He's got one guy right in front of him. He works around one, takes a hard shot right towards the camera. Great shot there by Nixon, just wide of the net. Nixon comes back around, steals his own rebound, takes another shot. That one a little bit better, just over the top of the goal. MadHatters is able to clear the zone. Tyson pokes it back in and gets an offsides for the Bulls. So a couple of good shots there by Nixon. A couple of good looks, just off target.
Yeah, I mean, he had a head full of steam coming out of our defensive zone over there and just barreled up the ice.
I thought that one where the defenseman fell backwards, I thought he had that one for sure. But they did a good job of back checking and closing that one in. So Nicholas now battling along the near side boards. Nicholas sends it in deep into the Bulls zone. Henry Arns out there as well. Sends that one across. Nicholas able to keep it in. Nicholas now working along the near side board again. Ling J and Tyson back on defense. They send one across. Tyson right there in his way. Nixon kind of pushes it back out. Henry Arns chasing deep into the Bulls' offensive zone. Trying to seal that board up. MadHatters able to work it back out, though. They send a nice cross-ice pass over. Jackson now chasing deep into the Bulls' defensive zone. Nice center pass there by the MadHatters, but cut off there by the Bulls. Nicholas now sends a cross-ice pass over to Henry. Henry trying to corral it in. He is. He's going to work it around the far side. He loses his edge, and now he doesn't lose his edge. He gets tripped up. It looked like he was trying to do a crossover right there, and I figured he lost his edge, but it looked like a stick may have gotten in there and gotten a tripping. That was not the most egregious of penalties that we've seen.
Yeah, for them to call that, I think that was a makeup, like our bad.
I feel like it might have been too, because that didn't look near as bad as the one where Ethan got boarded right here in front of the camera. So Nixon takes the face off. He's got Henry and Ian, Finnegan and Tyson out there on this power play. MadHatters able to clear it, and we're going to have an icing. So the puck will be brought right back down into the Bulls' offensive zone. Bulls need to make something happen here on this power play with 45 seconds left in it. 7:55 left here in the third period. It's kind of a now or never opportunity here.
Yeah, everybody's got to skate downhill.
So no line changes for the Bulls. Nixon gets knocked back off the puck. MadHatters send it around. Tyson steps up. They work it around him, though, and they get it on sides. Nixon's going to work it back on sides. He's trying to work around one guy. Never could get a shot off, though. Tyson, good job poking that one back up, keeping it in the zone. Tyson's now going to use his offensive skills, try to work it back up. Puck poked away, though. Tyson drops back into his defensive spot. Henry Arns battling on that far side. Nixon coming in to help out. Finnegan doing a good job staying centered in case that puck spits out. Nixon now gets knocked down. Puck ends up clearing. We're going to have a tripping. So a second tripping as soon as they came off of their power play. Bulls go back on a second power play in a row with 7:10 here left in the third period. Score of 1-0.
95 is one of their really good players. I think we saw him the last time we were playing these guys.
Yeah, he's done a good job today. He has been probably their defensive hero, I would say.
Yeah, he's a lot like Ian in that. The guy's fast, physical,
and he's big.
Can just make quick moves. Yeah,
he's big. We've seen him a couple of times here behind the goal. Look like he's going one way, stop on a dime, turn back the other way, and faked out a couple of our guys. So maybe we can make something happen with him in the box. This is a great time to see what they have on defense other than him.
Absolutely. 7 minutes left. This is where you change momentum. You can possibly get going in the right direction towards the last part of the game here.
So taking the face off is Nixon. He's got Henry and Finnegan on either side. Tyson and Ian out there. So this is the Bulls' power offensive line. Even though they got a couple of defensemen, this is their strong offensive side. Puck kind of bounces right there in front of the net. Finnegan tried to put it in, but Nixon's now going to take a pass over to Henry. Henry takes a shot right into the gut of the goalie. So play stoppage there. 43 seconds left here in the penalty.
That goalie has just come up with some amazing saves today.
Well,
so
Henry
big,
didn't.
Big credit there.
Henry's going to wish he had that shot back. He didn't put everything he wanted into it.
Yeah.
And you could tell he kind of hit it falling away. Ian now takes a shot. Great stab at it right there. Finnegan trying to, a great job there by Finnegan, stick lifting, able to get Henry the puck. Henry trying to work it around. Henry sends it back to Ian. Ian from the defensive position takes another shot, bounces right on Henry's stick. Henry tries to take a shot and gets knocked down by Finnegan, a little friendly fire. And now the Mad Hatters working it back across center ice. Ian doing a good job of poking that one away, getting in his way, and Nixon sends it back up. He's got Henry. Henry working across the neutral zone. He's got Finnegan over to his left. He sends it over to Ian, who comes into the center. Ian trying to get a shot off. Does. No go, though. Finnegan now. Finnegan tries to slap that one out. Puck bouncing right in front there for a couple of opportunities. Nixon sends that one back along the boards. They are able to clear the zone, though. Everybody's got to get back on sides, and Henry, I don't think Henry realized that that they had gotten the puck. He didn't look like he was in a hurry to get back to the other side.
Yeah, a bit of a miscommunication there, but that was some good looks. You could tell that the Bulls realize that they've got to do more deflection-type goals. Ian taking that shot just so that Finney can get in there and try to slap it down.
Man, Finnegan was so close to getting it, and a really good look there for the Bulls. Unfortunately, power play's over, so we're back to full strength on both sides. Lingjay and Tyson stay out there on defense. Phillip, Nicholas, and Dylan out there on offense. Phillip now with an opportunity. Tries to work it up. Not able to clear the zone. Still not able to clear the zone. Tyson came in behind him, tried to clean it up, and not able to quite get that bouncing puck. Now Phillip does clear the zone. Works it across center ice. He's working into the offensive side. Poked away, though. MadHatters able to clear it. Dylan sends it up and around the glass.
And there's 95 again.
Yep.
He's their stud.
There was a lot of hesitation there by the Bulls offense. They dumped it into the zone, but then nobody chased it. Everybody just kind of retreated back on defense. And number 95 works it up. He's got Tyson to beat. He beats Tyson. Tries to work it around Lingjay. Lingjay doing a good job standing tall. Lingjay pokes that one out behind the net. Continues to battle back there. Tyson comes in to help him out. MadHatters still with possession. They try to send it around. Dylan comes in, swats that one away. Dylan able to send it up to Nicholas. Sends it out of the zone. Nicholas trying to seal the boards. Puck just loose there in the neutral zone. Nobody able to quite get a handle on it. Dylan now. Dylan, Nicholas, this line's been out there a while. Ethan comes out for Lingjay. Ethan pokes that one away. They get a shot off. Rogan saves that one. Ian went down hard in the walls with an elbow to the back. No call. Nicholas has been out there a long time. So has Dylan. Nicholas now sends it up the boards. Bulls at this point just need to clear it. Get some fresh legs out there. They finally get a whistle. And there will be some line changes there by the Bulls. Man, Nicholas and Dylan both stayed out there a long time, and you could tell it was wearing on them. So 3:28 left here in the third period. Score of 1-0. Ian's coming out to take the face-off. He's got Jackson and Ethan back on defense. He's got Elijah Cole over to his right and Henry Orange to his left. Face-off. Won by the Bulls. Elijah working up the boards. Got Henry. He sends one over to Henry. Henry had been a skate or two off sides already, though, before Elijah passed it up to him. Ian takes the face off again, gets it back to Lingjay. Lingjay sends it up into the offensive zone for the Bulls. MadHatters try to send it out. Whiff on it. Ian takes a shot. Blocked up well by the MadHatters. Jackson keeps that one in. Jackson tries to send it back up the wall to Henry. Henry pokes it out. Henry's still trying to keep control, trying to center. Centers one for Ian. Ian's right there off his stick. Just nothing going. Bulls just can't quite connect there with that normal pass that they can connect with. Great job there by Ling J poking that one away, and it looks like the MadHatters have an offsides. Yeah, Justin, typically we're able to connect on those when you center something to Ian, he's right there, stick on puck, and we can get those, but tonight just hasn't been happening.
Well, that's how physically they're playing. They're not letting anybody sit there in the slot and wait for a pass like that. They're bodying folks off their line.
So the face-off goes back to Ling J. Ling J sends it up, and we'll have an icing. So out for the Bulls on this shift. It's, well, we're going to take a little bit of a shift change. It looks like Nixon, Finnegan, and Dillon are all coming out, and they're going to leave Ling J and Tyson out on defense. Nixon taking the face-off. MadHatters keep control of it, though. Send one across ice. Pass almost cut off by Dillon. Nixon battling in the corner. He goes down. So does Ling J. Ling J steps up, tries to poke that one out. Now Nixon does. MadHatters try to send one towards Brogan. Great job there by the defense. MadHatters now, number 95, their fast defenseman, comes in, takes a shot on Brogan. Brogan with a quick save and cover. It's a great job there by Brogan. 2:04 left here in the game. Score 1-0. MadHatters. Bulls need to find some offense here in the last 2 minutes. Looks like Ian Jackson, Ethan, Nixon, and Finnegan are all out on the ice for the Bulls. Finnegan now with the puck. He's going to send it through the neutral zone, dumps it into the offensive zone for the Bulls. Takes down a stick with him. MadHatters send it around. We got two guys trying to seal up the boards there. MadHatters center one. Another stick comes out for the MadHatters. Ethan does a good job of getting that puck back. Centers one. Nobody home for the Bulls there. Finnegan and Ian both were coming back, but I think they thought that the play was going the opposite direction. Jackson's going to chase that one back. He's going to send it back around. MadHatters take possession there in their offensive zone. Bulls not giving up, though. Nixon now working it up. He's got Ian running block for him. He's got Ian to his left. He works it into the offensive zone. He sends one across to Ian, but pass is cut off. Number 95 again. Ethan steps up, keeps that one in the offensive side. Ethan again continuing to battle, and Finnegan comes in, keeps that one on, but only for a short time until MadHatters are able to clear it and send it out. Jackson's now going to chase that back behind the net. He's going to try to dump it up to Finnegan. Finnegan along the near boards. They are able to clear it. MadHatters catch up quick, though. So 27 seconds left. Bulls have to generate some serious offense here in the last 20 seconds. MadHatters doing a good job of just holding everybody along the boards. And now the MadHatters come away with the puck. They send one center on Brogan. Brogan with a good stop with 13 seconds left. Should be 14 seconds left. So they took a little while to stop that clock. We should have a whole another second, but that's okay. We will go with 13.2 seconds left here in the game. Score 1-0, and we're taking a face-off in our defensive zone. Quickly cut off by Ian. Ian's going to work it up. He's got 8 seconds. He gets knocked down. Henry picks us up right where he left off. Henry gets knocked down. 1 second left, and we got nothing. We are going to get a penalty, but they're going to let the game end, it looks like. They're going to let the game end.
So they're just going to let 95 do that. And then looks like 95's talking trash to Henry.
I'm not sure if he's talking trash or if he's saying sorry. I'm not real sure exactly what he's doing.
Well,
either
all
way, that was a nasty end of the game, and Coach Mike is over there
very
talking to the
unhappy.
refs.
Yeah.
Not very excited about what happened right there at the end of the game. So I would expect tomorrow to be a lot more physical.
We got one more tonight.
Oh, that's right. I would expect tonight's game to be a lot more physical. Expect to see our boys in the penalty box a little bit more, I would imagine. Hopefully it's a clean game and everybody stays uninjured. We can't stand any more injuries. So
That's right.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys back here in just a couple of hours. 6:50 is game time.